All right. Hello. I'm Carl Hayden Smallwood. It's Tuesday, January 30th,
First.
31st. This is for Digital Culture Project One, and this is my dad, Carl Smallwood. So the first question, what are two daily activities that you performed before and now with technology?
I'd have to say the two activities are the various driving apps that are out there and the various apps out there for training and weight training.
Okay. How did technology positively and negatively impact the ways in which the activity was done?
I would say with the different driving apps out there, some of the negatives are you could be diverted into a bad area if you're using it around major metropolitan cities without knowing it, if you're not familiar with the city. If you're out in more of a rural area, you could have dead spots where you would not get any reception and the apps wouldn't work properly and could be delayed. And another negative is it could become a distraction where you're looking more at the app and the map on the app than you are actually out at the road and other traffic. For the training, some of the negatives, I guess you could train above your limitations and try stuff that you shouldn't be trying. It could cause injury because most of those apps are younger people on them and leading those apps, leading those activities, and you could be more susceptible to injury with them.
And the positives for that too.
Yep. The positives, back to the driving, some of the positives you could avoid traffic. You could have a major accident on an interstate and it could divert you around it and you wouldn't have to sit in all that traffic. Accidents, traffic, road conditions, construction, you can avoid all that. It usually alerts you to that type of stuff. Some of the positives with the training apps is the advent of smartwatches, the Apple Watch. It pretty much tracks everything you do. It's easier to keep logs of what you did and how you trained. It gives you more variety of different stuff out there and makes you do the exercises properly, which could avoid injury if you don't train above your head. So that would be, I guess, some of the positives for the training apps that are out there.
Okay, and then what are your overall opinions as on the digitalization of these activities? Just are they more positive or are they more negative?
I would have to say more positive. You just have to be conscientious of the negatives out there. So I'd have to say, all in all, the positive, especially with the training apps and health and of your body and how everything's tracked so precisely, especially on those Apple Watches.
Yeah, in my opinion, I would agree. Another downside that I see with the digitalization of navigation is that the knowledge of using a map is kind of non-existent. I wouldn't know how to use a map even if I tried. So if you get into some of those dead areas and you're kind of just just driving until you can find service again and hope for the best. But for working out and with the Apple Watches, and they have other supplements to the Apple Watch, but you know your heart rate, you know your ventilation, sometimes you know all that sort of stuff, so that you just have a better idea of what your body's actually doing. And also there's just an increase of knowledge when it comes to the information accessible on these apps, and usually they have tutorials and whatnot. But on the same hand, if you think an activity looks cool and you're not physically able to do it, then you could potentially hurt yourself. But I would agree on both accounts that overall it's very positive, and I think you could make the argument for most activities that are digitalized now that there are positives. But you, like mentioned before, you also have to be cognizant of the negatives that are associated with it. And I think that's it. Thank you.